Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is up? What is up?
Actually, this week, a lot of stuff that you'll probably be interested in, Merc. I'm sure you've seen some of the footage that's been going on this weekend from Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, so the Tekken reveal today.
hmm
The Kasumi.
So there's a lot of them. There's Namco's having some reveals for, like you said, Tekken. I saw there was I don't know if you've played the Nier series.
Yeah, I heard
There was a trailer
Flying
released for
Grayson
like
talking about it.
the next thing.
Yeah.
So if you like Nier, I don't know if you do, check that out. Um, there's Capcom released more info on Dan, so like you get to see him do all his moves and stuff.
Yeah.
Then they also had Monster Hunter just had like two whole blocks to itself because there's two new games.
Oh, cool.
So they had Rise, which is they're both a Switch actually, but Rise is the more mainstream,
Yeah.
mainline type of Monster Hunter game for Nintendo Switch next year. And then they have the RPG, which is Tales or Stories, I think it is. The Stories 2.
Cool.
So they had a big presentation for each of those. They had more stuff discussing. I think today is discussing Devil May Cry. Because it's not over. It's actually, I believe it started Thursday where they announced that they were going to have things coming out over the weekend.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, and today, every company is basically just giving you their unique rundown. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of presentations, and the guys, I assume the heads of each studio, the producers and whatnot, are sitting there talking while they have translators.
Yeah.
Because actually, this is interesting. The way they're doing it now, because a lot of them are doing it in-house.
Yeah.
So you can tell they have native Japanese speakers that also speak English translating. But it's actually like, it's amazing they're doing this. Because I'll tell you the truth, usually it's dependent on American media going over there.
Okay.
Like to get concrete information, to get real like pinpoint updates. You usually have to have people somebody's going over there. Jeff Keighley or somebody. Yeah. You need people to go over to TGS and like care, because they don't really, for the longest time, Japan didn't really put that much of an effort to put every piece of information out. But more recently they know they have to.
Yeah.
Like if they want to stay relevant, because people could just not care about them. Because trust me, there's been enough stuff with PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or the Xbox X. If you messed up and got the wrong system, you can talk about that too. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on where if they didn't put the effort, people will just be like, I don't care. There's too much stuff going on already. Hey, the world's on fire.
Yeah.
Who cares what Japan cares about video games? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm glad to see the amount of effort.
Yeah. I saw
did you find
the
anything
Resident Evil
that you
8.
liked?
I saw like the Resident Evil 8 presentation. I caught that. I caught some of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw what you told me about Virtua Fighter. I actually went and looked at it to look it up. I think Maximum Million was showing it, so I watched that. I'm excited for it.
It's not the game footage. It's just a teaser.
Yeah.
So hopefully they get back into gear, because it's been a long ass time.
Yeah, because there's been kind of scares of Microsoft looking to buy Sega too. So I was kind of skeptical with that. So I was
it was funny too. You mentioned that there were rumors were so great that Microsoft had to put a statement out and say we're not buying anybody at TGS.
Yeah.
So like that's how many people probably thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, because honestly, like especially if they're trying to gravitate the Japanese market in somewhat way this time around, Sega is a company to do.
True. I would rather them not though.
Me too. I was like, please don't.
So I think Sega's been doing like some of its best work these past like maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Since they branched out, really started going hard on the Japanese centric stuff that they used to not bring.
Yeah.
Or at least, again, they used to not put it in the spotlight.
Yeah.
But since the Yakuza series caught on, they put all that stuff in the spotlight now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want that Sega. I don't just want Sonic.
Yeah.
So good.
But one thing I give Microsoft credit, and in that sense, is like if they're gonna purchase you, they purchase you for as the company that you are. They just want you to fund you and worry. They'll worry about the money and the logistics shit. You make the game. That's pretty much how they're running it. Same thing with the Bethesda thing. When them
That's
buying,
not good.
it's
Bethesda, you just mentioned that,
but
and then you go to Bethesda, and you like, man, don't you remember we used to talk about how bad their games were on fire? Like,
yeah, but now
you
the fact that they're not worrying, now they can focus on the game and not the whole logistics of the selling the game. I think Microsoft, them being a person that they're gonna push forward to it, I think it's a better place to be with Microsoft, with Bethesda, especially with Bethesda.
okay, Mark, here's the deal. You have sold me on this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give Bethesda one chance to make a game under Microsoft. And if the next game they make comes out burning as a burning dumpster fire again, I'm done with them.
Because they still going with their exclusives too, like the PS5 exclusives that they were gonna get. They're still getting them.
Cool. Like they had anything?
They had two PS5, Deathloop and something else.
Oh, that's right. Deathloop is them.
Yeah. So and then the ones I think will be probably like exclusive, like it'll probably be like a timely exclusives. Will be Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't think you could. Has that ever been exclusive to anything, the Elder Scrolls series? Like, wasn't that always a PC game?
No, it like with
Like,
Morrowind.
I know Skyrim and all, but like, wasn't that
Morrowind.
still, like,
Morrowind came out on the original Xbox. That was the first one to come out on this console.
but it's not a PC game?
It's PC game first.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not locked. It's just console. You get one or the other. But I always figured it was because they weren't that popular. I didn't know. I didn't know that the Morrowind brand was a big deal, but I forget who made it. That's why.
Yeah,
So,
Morrowind was probably it is a big fan favorite. They've been wanting that to be remade for such a long time, so they have a lot of things under their belt with the Bethesda purchase and stuff like that. Like that could be a big thing for Microsoft if they choose to be the greedy side and like, these are our exclusives and these are the ones you can have, kind of thing. Or if they do timely thing, I feel like it's a win-win for them no matter what. Either way, they're gonna make money back.
yeah, but I don't trust them. That's my thing.
You don't trust.
I don't trust Bethesda to make games that don't break.
Yeah, that's true. If they if they do their single player games, they're better with their single player games than they are with their online games.
Yeah, as evidenced by Fallout 76. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I wanted to buy that game, man. Just saying.
I didn't.
I
have no interest in Fallout. I never had
no.
interest in Fallout.
I
never had interest in Fallout.
You never had interest in Fallout?
I couldn't get into it. I cannot get into it.
You probably should have played New Vegas, but guess what? That studio doesn't work there no more.
Oh, they work with Microsoft.
That's hilarious too.
Yeah, they were bought by Microsoft, so they could easily get them to work together again.
I mean,
imagine New Vegas too.
You say that also reminds me of Mass Effect, and then I hear bad things about that too.
Yeah,
it's because supposedly they're trying to fix Mass Effect 1. Oh shit, dude! Like that's why the collection is not coming out this year.
Yeah,
supposedly. I mean, I've seen all sorts of stories pop up about it, but again, because I don't work there and I don't have a uncle that works at EA, I don't know if it's the truth or not.
I stopped caring. Like honestly, I would believe it when I see it.
But I just now they're saying it's not coming out this year, and like, all hope is lost.
I believe it when I see it. Like honestly, I honestly like when I saw it was coming out on the Switch, I was like, really? I will definitely buy that on the Switch. Just to play fucking Mass Effect on the go kind of shit. I love Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. Like I enjoyed those games so much, especially Part 2. Part 2 is my favorite, hands down.
Yeah.
Part 2 is my favorite game. Like especially last gen, 360 years. Mass Effect 2 was my favorite game, hands down.
I agree.
I think I beat that game so many fucking times. I beat that game like maybe 3 or 4 times.
But I would like that collection to come out and then to do some type of work, because if they're really putting effort into one,
Yeah.
I'd like them to at least tighten up 2 and 3 as well.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
I mean, not just for the graphics and stuff. That is what it is. But I understand when they do any company does these collections and stuff, it's not just like they slap the old games in there. Even the lazy ones, they
Yeah.
do fix bugs.
Yeah.
So I would just want to play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 just bug free, because all three of those games crashed on me.
Yeah.
It just did. They at some point or another, they froze. There was glitches. People's faces didn't load. It was hilarious, some of the stuff that happened in those games.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would like to not get the game ending ones.
Yeah.
So take your time, but I just hope it's real. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too. I would love to see it. I will definitely buy it if it does come out. But I'll believe it when I see it. When I actually see it and it's actually coming in stores and I see a case and I see actually gameplay of the new HD or 4K run of it, that's when I'll be excited and believe in it. Until then, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Until I actually see everything going in for it, then I'll believe it.
I
So
want to
give-
see the leaked
give my
Brazilian
hopes
box.
high.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see the leaked box that somebody found in Brazil or something.
Oh, stop getting my hopes high, motherfuckers. I want to see Miranda in 4K.
Yeah. I mean, the textures on her suit were impressive back then.
I want to see
Like, imagine
Miranda
the
in
proper
4K.
I'm just saying, put some work in. Put what they put. See,
I
what if
was
they put that game in Frostbite? Like, what is it? Like 2 or 3? I forget what it's up
Yeah.
to. But if they put that in like the latest version of their engine, that at least Titanfall was in, could you imagine what that would look like? That's
man.
ridiculous.
Yeah. That'd be like
I think, you know what? I kind of want. Damn, that company's never gonna do it. But I would love it if EA said, scrap this. We're gonna put them out Final Fantasy VII style, and we're gonna remake them from the ground up. That's what I want.
I
would
will
like
only accept
to
that.
remake all three of those 3 games.
I will only accept that if the original creators are on board with it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only way I will take it. If the game is already made and they just have to do kinks and things like that, I think it's a bit easier. But if you're gonna rework it the ground up, I want the original people on it because I want the masterpiece. I want it. I want it to be a brand new game when I play it. I want it to be I want it to be the same game but brand new game as it is too. Like I want a new experience, but I want the same feel I had with 1, especially 1. I think 1 had the best story.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
1 had the best story. 2 it was just good overall. And
I would argue, Merc, that 1 had to have a good story because as a game, it was a little.
It was rough.
Messed up.
Yes, it was rough.
Messed up. Yeah.
It was rough. Like it played good when you needed to play good, but like the surveying the planets and driving the Mako and shit, that was bullshit. That was all bullshit. But like the gameplay, the story, what was his name? The fucking main villain, Saren. Saren was fucking dick. I loved him. He was so bad. He was so evil. I loved him. And I actually think he was the best villain that they had.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Ah, man. Damn, I want to play the game. You know what? I actually bought them on the 360. I could play them again.
Found them and got them again?
Yeah, I got it on Game On. Last time I went over there, I got it for like $20.
Okay, because I had them, but I gave them to somebody. But I have them digitally. I just don't have one anymore.
Yeah, I have the 360 one.
They never made another version of that one, right? That didn't come back when they put it. They didn't. Yeah, it didn't, because when they made the PS3 version, they took the events from 1 and made it into a comic book.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah.
But they did not, because it was, and I guess it still is exclusive.
Yeah.
They don't have it, so you can't play it on PS, which kind of sucks because I have the other 2.
Yeah.
And
So they remastered.
Good luck finding that copy. I mean, was it okay? Could you buy it digitally on the store? Mass Effect 1?
On PS3, yes.
No, I mean on 360. Could you buy Mass Effect 1 on the store, or
Yeah.
was that a game that is lost to time?
No, you could buy it. You could buy it. It's also part of the Game Pass.
Okay, all
And
right.
it's also
So
on
at least
EA
there's a way to
Pass.
play it.
It's on EA's access.
Oh, okay. So at least there's a way to play it.
I'm not
All
sure if
right.
it's on PS3's EA access because EA's
No, it's not.
PS4 EA access because PS4 has EA access now too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think Mass Effect is part of it.
I would not be surprised, but like now that you mentioned that, I think like yeah, I'd probably find it on PC.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd probably be the way to go.
yeah, you might better off be just paying a PC,
As at this point, they're probably like $2.
right?
Speaking of, they had in celebration of TGS weekend, this sale actually spread across multiple platforms
Yeah,
because when I looked today, it's still going on PS4,
yeah,
but I saw it happening on PC, and that's something called the Big in Japan sale.
yeah,
Because usually you'll see Sony have these every once so often, like maybe once a month there's a sale, but maybe every other month there'll be a Japan company, a Japan publisher centric sale.
yeah,
So Capcom, Konami, Tecmo Koei, who else was there? There was like Arc System, like there's a bunch of that stuff. So this one, it was like the companies I just mentioned, but it was a lot of stuff from maybe PS3, 360 era, and early PlayStation 4, Xbox One games.
yeah,
So I lucked out, and I was like, I caught the sale, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to play these games on those old systems again because you have to go through so much shit to play them. And then I realized, you know what? There's performance issues, and the two games I'm talking about are Metal Gear Solid 5, and this was actually a new thing that came out. I think it was 2 years ago. The PC version of Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
yeah,
So that one they had done some work to it. So I knew that one was actually a steal. That was $7, and Metal Gear was 5. So yo, Metal Gear is like that's a big ass game.
yes.
But to play them, basically, all I have to say is experiencing Metal Gear Solid 5 on extreme settings
Yeah.
is like, damn, you could see where he was going with Death Stranding.
Okay.
The character models are that's like next gen right there.
Yeah.
So Kojima was on some real shit at the end of his time at Konami. That's all I got to say. So that game is it sucks you in. So I recommend it. If anybody hasn't, check out those Big in Japan sales. So like they're on PS4. So they're you could, if you don't have Metal Gear Solid 5, there's no excuse not to play it.
Yeah.
Just don't beat it. That's all. If you don't like the ending, don't beat it.
What was the one that the Tekken Season 3 pass is on there for $15?
And Tekken itself is on sale as well for $9 on PSN.
Yeah. The season pass is
$10.
fucking $30. Yeah,
So
the
it's on sale now?
2 pass. I think the 2 or 3 pass is $13.
All right. Yeah, again, like thank goodness that they're doing this stuff around the time of TGS. So
Yeah, makes sense. There was a big Hasbro Pulse Con this week. I showed you some of the stuff that I wound up pre-ordering. Wave 7 of Power Rangers got announced, being a Target exclusive, but having Dino Thunder Red, Green Ranger, which is all green helmet, a putty from Zed's army, and
yeah.
and a metallic Pink Ranger with Cat's head.
Okay.
They did the metallic suits like once in the Power Ranger series. It sucked.
Yeah, I do remember
It's
that.
terrible.
They were like
terrible.
just nice and shiny.
Yeah.
I thought they looked
It
clean.
is stupid.
I mean, they were, but they made these cool sounds when they hit people. And I had the morphing ones.
Yeah.
I had the original Mighty Morphins, the ones that you pressed like the back and the head flips in.
Yeah.
My brother had the blue and red metallic.
Okay, cool.
So.
Hasbro is bringing back the flip-ons, but I swear to God, the people look like turtles.
How have they not perfected the flip
I
technology
don't
in
know.
all this time?
They just look really square, and I don't know. They look weird. Um, yeah. So they announced that. They announced a couple 2-packs coming out. One that I've been asking for the longest time. If you listen to the Morphin Cast, you listen to this cast. I have said this is one of my top picks that I wanted to be done. Andros and Astronomers coming out in a 2-pack. I'm excited for that one because Andros is probably one of my favorite Red Rangers, so I'm excited for that. SPD is getting a 2-pack with Sky, the Blue Ranger, and his counterpart of A-Team SWAT, which is they had like the space helmet, but the SWAT team suit looked pretty dope. I'm excited for that one as well.
Okay, cool.
And then they also announced the monsters coming out. They had the King Finks and this pumpkin monster that's coming. So it's a lot of cool stuff. I'm actually excited to see what they're doing with it.
So which one is your number one?
I'll say the Andros and Astronomom. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. That was one that I've been asking for the longest time. So that's the one I'll say in the SWAT, the SPD SWAT.
Okay.
I'm excited for those.
Cat's head doesn't look that bad. Wow.
Yeah, she looks more like Ashley than Ashley looks like Ashley.
Wow.
They also did it for other things. They had Transformers, which I didn't get to really catch, but I know they redoing a lot of the Beast Wars figures. So they had some cool looking ones. They had Megatron as the T-Rex, and it looks really dope.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're doing those again, and they had a couple other ones they showed. G.I. Joe is like really hot right now in Hasbro. They're doing really good with G.I. Joe, even though I kind of gave up on it because there's too many coming out. But they have a bunch coming out.
I'm on the page now, and I see the pre-order page, and I see that Cobra Commander is really cool.
Yeah. I got the classic.
He has a snake scepter. What?
Yeah, I got the classic one, which he's like a brighter. He's like a brighter blue.
Okay.
I got that one, but those are the only two I got. I got Snake Eyes and I got Cobra Commander. That's the only two I wanted. The other ones, to each his own. I'm not crazy about the line, but they are doing really good with it. They also have their classic figures that are the 3-inch ones. They redid those and they started bringing those in as well. And then they showed Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters has an Ecto 1 for the movie coming out, which looks pretty dope. Too pricey for my blood, but I showed Jinx and he fell in love.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Jinx loves Ghostbusters.
Who's making SWAT Cats?
Huh?
Who has the who has the line? Who has the who owns that?
The Ghostbusters?
Where are they?
Hasbro.
SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats? I don't know. You know what? There was supposed to be a Kickstarter for a long time ago for the cartoon to come back, and I have not heard anything from it. I actually Kickstarted it. I got a T-shirt for it, and I have not heard nothing from it for quite some time.
Huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to know where they are.
Me too.
But I would. They would be perfect for a new toy series.
Yeah. They would. They would do cartoon series would be amazing too.
Yes.
Marvel Legends showed a shitload of new figures as well. The Avengers ones. They had
the Marvel Legends ones look really.
Marvel Legends is getting better and better with their figures, and they have a Mr. Fix-It as a builder figure.
Yeah, I saw.
That one's pretty cool. And then they have Deadpool Venom as the other builder for the Spider-Man build-em-up.
Okay. I see they have you can pre-order the Hellfire Club, which is pretty cool.
Hellfire Club, and they're doing so much shit. Like I don't wonder how someone could keep up with all these fucking series. I cannot. Like that's so much money right there. I'm broke. And then they showed Stormbreaker, the replica of Stormbreaker, which would look pretty cool too.
And what was that?
The Thor axe hammer that he made in Endgame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
That was it. They have a lot. They have a lot of shit coming out. They also have the movie figures coming out. They seen that Marvel got the license back for the movies. They've been doing the movie figures, so you have like the Magneto from the movie and Wolverine from the movie and things like that.
Why would you want those?
People wanted them. They were like very very requested.
The less we remember about those movies, the better.
Yeah, I agree.
Fine, I get Hugh Jackman. Yes, we love him as Wolverine, but we hasn't he been embraced as part of the new Marvel universe and not the old? Like he don't count for that no more.
All right, there's one I got that caught my eye. It's a little pricey. It's almost like $200, but it caught my eye. No, it's Transformers. It's Takara Tommy Generation Select TTGS11 Velocisaurus Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Pretty much, these are the Dinobots that kind of build the Megazord.
Oh, okay.
It looks so fucking dope, and I really want it, but it's $200. I ain't spending that.
It's the Dinobots. Okay, I see it. Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
It's really cool, and they separate, and they're the Dinobots. They transform as the regular bots that they're supposed to be, and they build the fucking Megazord. That's actually really dope.
Is that something that happened in the show, or in the books?
Probably in the new series? Yes, I've never seen it in the old cartoon though.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I'm sticking with cool. I'm sticking with my Power Ranger Lightning collection. I'm trying not to buy any more than that. So that's the series I'm focused on, and that's the series I'm buying. I did get the Lord Draken, version 1 or version 3 exclusive. I got that one pre-ordered, so that should be coming in the mail soon too.
Wow, they have the movie Megatron. Ugh. They have but I'm just saying that it's so much stuff that's like cool to like when you look at it. The Doom they have for the retro collection.
I got that I got that pre-ordered.
That looks cool as hell.
I got that mainly because of my cat.
Really? Okay.
Shoutouts to Doom.
Okay.
I named Doom after Dr. Doom.
Silk being a requested figure that got made is like super cool.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. There's just a lot of things that.
Did you see the Sentinel?
No, did I pass the Sentinel?
Did you see the go to Hasbro Labs, and they have like the Sentinel, which is like a fucking almost like 2 foot Sentinel.
And is he one of the new ones?
Yeah,
I see him. He's right. Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty fucking dope.
I indeed see the Sentinel.
It's a huge
big ass Sentinel.
Yes, it is. But they do good shit with that. Hasbro's been kicking ass, but they just release shit way too like frequently that I can't. I had to stop. I had to stop Marvel Legends. I don't buy Marvel.
It has the guy.
Yeah.
What was his name? The character's name. I know he's Master Mold.
Master Mold.
Also, was it Bastion?
Yeah.
That was his name?
I think so.
Because I know what's the other guy? The Sentinel that was from the future. I forgot.
Nimrod.
Nimrod. Yeah. Is it? Because was that it's a Master Mold head next to him?
Yeah.
And then it's that character, and they have him for scale next to the giant Sentinel.
Mm-hmm. No, so he comes with him.
The Sentinel itself has the other head. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, it has the Master Mold head as well.
And he comes with
and the battle damage. Okay. And
he comes with it.
Yeah.
The little one comes with the big one.
And there's a female?
Yeah, so if it hit past the mark that they were trying to get, they added things to it. So if it passed a certain the other mark, they'll add another thing to it.
They got another character. I don't know where she's from, but apparently there was a female version of that.
Yeah, later on in the X-Men comics.
Okay.
So they showed a lot of cool stuff. A lot of good things coming from Hasbro. I'm more focused on the Lightning collection. That's the only thing I'm really like collecting because it's getting expensive. You're killing me. You're killing me.
I see it.
Yeah, man. Y'all killing my pockets. I don't like that shit. Stop that shit. Yeah. That's all I got.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So we can get to this Resident
Theatrical.
Evil Afterlife.
Yes.
Why dost thou exist? But it wasn't that bad. So let's see. This movie is from 2010.
Yep.
And it debuted September 10th in America of that year. I remember it because I saw it in 3D in the theaters.
Yes.
I think I saw it the day of too. I think I saw it the day it came out. It was actually. I remember having fun watching it because I was with a group of friends and we were just bugging out, laughing at the movie.
Yeah.
Because it was just it was ridiculous from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And so watching it again, I remember why I liked it, but then I also remember why I also said this movie is not. What the hell is this crap? And I'll tell you why I call it that, because as we were talking before we started the show, we just were sitting and saying, man, why does this game just steal everything from Resident Evil 5?
Yeah.
And then watching it back, and it's like, man, if all they had to do was be in Africa, and this would be the same damn plot.
Yeah.
And like, what just happened? Like,
you want to know what
understand.
happened? You want to know what happened? The $240 million it makes. That's the problem. Stop going to
so you
see
said-
these damn movies, and then they will stop making them.
You know what's funny? You say that. This was the first one I've ever went to see.
Yeah.
So, and I've never seen any other ones in the theaters, but this is the one I went to see.
I've
So
seen
you telling me?
the first two.
Are you telling me, Mark, that no? Wait, so you're a part of the problem?
I'm
too?
part of the problem too. I admit it. I thought I did go see the first two.
Ah, shit. That's why. Never mind. All right. Well, we got our answer. People keep watching it.
Keep going with it. You know what? Usually it comes out during a time that there's no other movies out, and I have a feeling it has like it usually gets like a weird date. It will get like a February date or a December date where there's no other action movies out. So usually that's where it makes its money.
See, I don't know what happened with this one. All I know is this was during the brief period where every movie was trying to get you to watch it in 3D.
Yeah.
So this was not the first. This was not the trendsetter, but this was just as egregious with the marketing and this. One of the faults of this movie is because doing a movie like that for a specific gimmick,
Yeah.
it kind of hamstrings the movie unless the movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Since this is not an amazing movie, seeing the scenes where they really specifically filmed it for 3D kind of make it worse when you're not watching it in 3D.
Yeah.
So it's just, you're sitting there a lot of the time like, why are you sliding on the floor for 15 seconds?
Yeah.
And the rain drops and everything is going in slow motion. Well, I didn't need to see you spin in the air. You were vertical the other side. How'd your head get down there? I didn't need to watch that bullet
Yeah.
go through that zombie, but you made me, because the movie was filmed in 3D.
Yeah.
So that's what this movie is just literally 3D the movie. Resident Evil 4 3D version, the movie.
All they needed was like a fucking dun 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 dun, fucking the crazy techno that comes with it.
Oh man, I mean it still had its
It had
techno soundtrack.
What was
just
the
saying.
fucking song? It was a metal song that they kept fucking playing.
I don't know, but one of Paul W.S. Anderson's traits is cue this scene where I'm trying to find out information with this way too up-tempo music playing, because that happens quite a bit during this movie. I mean, it's not bad because at this point they got the formula down so much.
Yeah.
It's just the 3D. That's like the real downfall of this movie for me, is watching the regular version and seeing how just like awkward those scenes look when it's clearly filmed for the medium of 3D. Is like, that just looks dumb. Damn, she was extra flippy in this movie. Extra flippy, extra jumping, extra wall kicking, sliding off, shotgun full of quarters to the face. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They stole so we can go through the list of things that they stole. But first we'll go through the cast. Mila Jovovich comes back for the role that was made for her, Alice.
Yeah.
Ali Lauder. I remember her from Heroes, but she was also from Resident Evil because she was in
Yes,
the previous movie.
she's Claire.
Um, returns as Claire Redfield. Kim Coates. I'm not familiar with him. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in something.
Hmm.
He looks familiar, but he plays a one a one named man, but he's kind of a major minor character. He kind of has a plot point. His name is Bennett. He's the textbook unlikable guy.
Yeah, he was in
Um,
Sons of Anarchy.
okay, so I know his face, but was that before or after 2010 Sons of Anarchy? Is that or no?
Around the same time.
Okay, all right.
2008 to
Sean Roberts,
2014
2008. Okay,
to
all right. So 2
2014.
years.
So yeah.
Sean Roberts. I'm not sure if he was the same guy in the last movie that played Wesker. I don't
Yes,
know
he
if you
was.
remember. Okay, so he came back as Wesker,
Yeah.
excuse me. And he actually got to be Wesker. He was doing all types of Matrix E stuff.
Actually,
Again,
no.
the 3D stuff. The
No,
3D
he wasn't
stuff.
Wesker in the other movie.
He wasn't.
No,
Really?
he was new
Okay.
for this movie.
Okay.
He's in this movie,
Um,
the next movie, and the following movie.
Gotcha. So he takes over as Wesker.
Yes.
I mean, he was pretty good as Wesker, but he really looked like him. So I can at least say that.
Yeah.
Um, let's see who else we got. Sergio Paris Minchetta as Angel. He was
Yeah.
a dude that died pretty early in the movie.
Yeah. He didn't have
Spencer
too much.
Locke as Kmart. I don't remember her name, but I remember her character. She was in the previous movie.
Yeah.
Boris Cujo, this was around the time when he was becoming like well known for acting. Because I know
Yeah.
he was a model and he was in sports, I believe. But I know he was more famous for modeling.
Yeah.
I think he was a soap opera actor too.
Yeah. He's a soap opera actor.
Yes. And so he's in this movie as a character named Luther.
Yeah.
One name characters. Almost everybody who isn't from the game has one name. I just noticed that. Um, and my favorite character, Wentworth Miller. This is the first time we see him here. I don't know if Chris comes back. You know?
Chris does come back. He's in, I
Okay.
think, the next three.
Wow. Okay. So this is where it starts. But he was fresh off, I think, Prison Break, right? Like,
Yes.
wasn't that like right around the same time?
Yes. Actually, no. He's only in this movie.
He's only in this movie.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Prison Break. He was in 2005 to 2017. He was also in The
Mhm.
Flash as Captain Cold.
But this was before Flash, right? Because 2010.
Yeah.
Flash started
Yes.
like the year after,
Before
maybe, right?
Flash.
The year before?
4 years before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, he had notability from Prison Break. Like he
Yes.
was the main character. So,
Yes.
So this is his debut into, I guess, unfortunately, he only did one movie.
Mm-hmm.
He said no boulder punching, I'm out.
Yeah.
They stole everything else and he didn't get to punch a boulder. Just saying.
Damn.
But he was doing his best Resident Evil 5 Chris Redfield impression. And
Yeah.
that's who he played in this movie.
Yeah.
Also, I believe the same woman who played Jill in the previous movie played her in this movie.
Yeah. She just looks a lot different.
They went with the Resident Evil 5 version of Jill.
Yeah.
But she's not really in the movie. She's in the stinger at the end.
Yeah.
And her name is Sienna Guillory?
Sienna Gory. I don't fucking know. Yeah, she's in the
Sorry,
stinger.
lady. Sorry, lady. I never heard your name said.
Ray
It's not bad. Again,
O'Boyle.
not a bad movie.
Ray O'Boyle. Ray O'Boyle? O'Boyle?
Who's that?
He's the Axeman.
Oh, what else was he in?
He looks like he's a boxer. He's actually a real boxer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
See,
actually.
here they don't have his picture.
Yeah, they have his
So
picture.
just
of
a
him. He's in a
little
boxing.
anonymous face.
He's in a boxing ring. He's a big dude. Big dude.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he had to be a big.
No, I
He's 6'7", so he had to be a big dude for to play that shit.
Okay. Well, shit, you can't even see his face because he got a sack on his head.
Yeah.
So they basically, I guess this is supposed to. Well, I mean, I don't know. this movie almost feels like it was gonna be the final chapter because it's them coming to take down Umbrella.
Yeah.
I assume this is the main base in Japan. The movie starts with like the outbreak happening in, I guess, what was that, like? I forgot what that's called. The crossing that's in Tokyo,
I
like
can't
that
think of
the famous street
Yeah, I know what you're
with the
talking
big
about.
crossing. I forgot it has a name. I
Yeah.
just forgot what it's called. So they have a girl standing in the middle of that crossing, not moving, while everybody else is walking in the rain, and she everybody else is walking by, and then she makes eye contact with one dude, and then that's it. She sets it off. She zombie bites him, murders him in the crowd. Everybody scatters, and then from there, it does like a cool thing with the lights going out, and that's just it. It goes into Alice, reminding you that it's a global phenomenon. This thing is happening. The entire like world is engulfed in whatever nonsense the umbrella has done.
Yeah.
So basically, humanity is at its lowest point, and the hope they had before was to make it to, what was the name of the boat? I think it was like Avalon.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
It was supposed to be. It's like they had a thing that they were supposed to go to, and so that was like the one hope. But first, she had to take her clone army to destroy Umbrella.
Yeah.
So she had a detour. I mean, it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was hokey as shit, but it was kind of cool. It's just, again, there were too many scenes like in that opening action scene that were just made for you to have 3D glasses on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot directly at the screen.
I have an issue. Can we
What's
stop having like forward backflips?
No. What I tell you, man, she was at her flippiest at this point. She
I
had the
know.
Matrix on.
Like how, like when you do backflips into going forward, it just don't make sense. It's just like that's gravity impossible.
Well, don't forget, she does have powers at the end of the last movie.
Oh.
So she kind of can bend the rules. And they make that apparent in the fight.
Yeah.
She does use her powers in the fight.
Yeah, she does.
So it's just.
It
could have been done
She
better.
lost the powers. Like, didn't he like stab her and take the powers back?
No, and she lost her powers on the plane. And that whole fight before they got to that plane, she fucking whooped everybody's ass, was flipping in midair 4 times before she touched the ground.
Yeah.
And then she did a telekinetic shockwave that fucking blew up a parking lot. So no, she was doing all types of shit.
Yeah.
But it was just like some of it was good, and then there was just the parts again that were shot for 3D that don't hold up as much because you're not getting the impact.
I feel like we
So
need
some of it
3D
looks
music,
stupid.
and then that's when they play the metal song. Like every single time they did the 3D action, it was like that was the cue for the 3D shades.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but you might be right.
Every single time they had those 3D actions, and then it went with that rock song. I had it in my head for like this whole morning. Now I can't think of the song that it is.
Yeah, again, like, so that's pretty much what the movie is hamstrung by consistently throughout. It doesn't really steal the stories from the games,
Yeah.
but what it does do is steal a lot of, not plot points, but just characters or just straight up the monsters.
Yeah.
Just pull them out and they have no context. Because Umbrella, that's basically all the context for anything you're given. Umbrella.
Yeah.
So the Axeman from 5 shows up for no reason. He's not activated. He's just out there in the street. So realistically, that could just be a regular ass dude.
Yeah.
That's mad big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no context for him. So
He just
there's
there.
no context.
He was just there. And, like they
just there.
just had like one large one.
Yeah, one giant one. But where'd he come from? Why did the zombies not attack him?
He walked from
clearly
Africa to get to.
He clearly, yeah. Oh my goodness, if he did. I mean, it basically was like, yeah, we saw this one thing in this game, and we're gonna put it in this movie. So the mutation to the zombies that was in 5,
Yeah.
you don't get the context that was actually a mutation because you don't get the ones from 4.
Yeah.
They completely skip the fact that the Plagas came from a different place,
Yeah.
and then they just, oh look, the guys have the plant mouth,
Yeah.
and so they stole those zombies from 5. They also steal the dogs at the end of the movie with Wesker,
Yeah.
where they split in half into these disgusting things with a little poop shoot looking thing in the middle,
Nasty.
with teeth,
Yes.
terrifying. They kind of do the Wesker thing where because a lot of times to activate Wesker's power, he has to be in a life-threatening situation.
Yeah.
So he's not God until until he dies, basically.
Yeah.
So the fight they have in the beginning, it kind of insinuates that he is super strong already.
Yeah.
But he did almost get blown up.
Yeah.
Because she blew up like the headquarters and whatnot. So I don't know if that turned him stronger. I don't know if they even have that in there. He was just Neo. He was just evil Neo.
Pretty much.
So much so that they stole the outfit that he wore in the game. There's no context as to why he's wearing that.
Yeah.
He's just wearing it. And then he has a fight with Chris and Claire at the end. That's a literal ripoff, move for move, from a fight scene in the video game Resident Evil 5. So there's just so much stuff that they just really didn't seem to care about how it fit in the movie. They were just like, nah, we got to put it in there because it's popular.
Like, that's just cool.
Because also, I think one of the things...
Shit.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's good shit.
That's good. That's good shit. But another thing is, I think that the games themselves, Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5, people don't want to admit this for 5, but 5 is one of the games that sold the most.
Yeah.
So what they were doing was literally taking from one of the most popular Resident Evil games in history.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of whether people like the quality after the fact or, even at the time, because I remember it was controversial because it was in Africa.
Yeah.
People were like, look, you're shooting black people. And it's just like, well, last year you were shooting Spanish people and they didn't get mad. Just let them have it. Just let them have it. Like, literally, they were in Spain shooting Spanish people.
Yeah.
It happened in the game.
Yeah.
So, they were hot. You can't argue with it. The games were like probably the hottest they've ever been.
Yeah.
So they probably thought, well, why not? Just take it because this is popular.
Yeah, why not?
So, but they put no reason for anything to make any sense.
No.
And that's one of the real feelings of this movie. It's like, that's kind of one of the feelings of the series, is like, you know what? These aren't bad, but you know what would make these actually better is that they found a reason to make some of the shit that they don't seem to have an explanation for make more sense, because that's part of the strength of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Everything in those games, they tell you why it's there.
Yeah, true.
So if you steal it, don't just steal it for no reason.
Yeah.
Just because, look, it's cool. You remember that, right?
Yeah, at least, like, you saw the build to Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the build to Tyrant. This one they just added, like, you know what, that was cool. Let's add that. Let's add a little bit of that. Let's add a little bit of that. Oh, I like that gunplay. Let's use that shit too. Let's put that in the movie too.
Except it was all from one game.
Yeah, all from one game.
That's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
So,
what was I gonna say? I completely forgot. Oh, the song, "Outsider" by Perfect Circle. That song played throughout the whole movie every time 3D action happened.
Really? Okay, that's the name of the song.
Gotcha. That's the singer from Tool.
Gotcha.
That's his other band.
Okay.
I was like, why is that song in my head? And, like, I know the song. It's like, it played it a lot, and I think that was the main song of the soundtrack. But every time like, especially if it was Mila Jovovich fighting, that song played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you need that dramatic music when she fights, because she's gonna do crazy 3D shit.
But also, it's a Paul W.S. Anderson movie.
Yeah.
It's just his style. He has a style.
Life.
So
he's like, yeah.
So again,
He was
not bad.
putting his wife in predicaments.
Yeah, exactly.
Gets off on it.
Well, she
Probably.
said, "I played the game. Can you film me doing this?"
Yeah.
He's like, "All right."
If she's such a fan of the game, that it was probably her ideas to put this shit in the game.
I don't doubt it
Because at least they at least when they did add the things from the game, they were right in a bit. Like they looked like the things that they added. So
exactly, yeah.
this wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Definitely not the worst movie on this list. That's for
No.
damn sure. And probably not. It's not the worst Resident Evil movie that I've seen. I think this one was better than the last one.
I like it better than 3.
Yeah, 3 was the last one, right? Or 4?
No, this is 4.
This is 4.
This
So
is
yeah, I
4,
like it better
yeah.
than 3. Definitely.
Also,
It had more charm. I like Chris's character throughout this movie. I liked Claire. Her and Claire had a cool thing where she was trying to get her memory back. So I like that. Which now that I think about the stuff that they stole, that legitimately sets up for Jill not remembering anything. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just the things they chose to not tell you about kind of like stand out a lot.
Like they didn't really explain the spider, the spider chess piece.
Yeah, it was just a thing.
Yeah, it was just a thing. They saw that kind of controlled people, but other than that, they didn't really get into it or try to find out what is it doing and how many people have it and things like that. But then again, what I think I think they made this movie and the other movie to watch back to back. Like you kind of have to go directly into that one to still get the story. I feel like they left a good enough cliffhanger that you need to watch the next one to really tell the full story.
This is true because the movie literally ends on a cliffhanger, which is what this movie does. So at the end, they get surrounded by Umbrella.
Yeah.
They have blown Wesker to a million pieces, but apparently not. But what you see is Umbrella Squad coming to get them.
Yep.
So even when they think they won, they ain't won yet.
Oh, okay.
It ain't over. So again, out of all the movies, what's the last Resident Evil movie? This is the highest score so far.
Resident Evil 2 has the highest score in our.
And that's a what?
Mine's is a 8. Yours is a 9.
We didn't do my 4s and 5s. We didn't do my 5 stars or whatever.
Oh, I didn't write the stars. I think 3 got a 3 got a 3.
3 got a 3. I like it more than that. So maybe 3.5.
I give it around the same point. I'll put the reviews on the thing. I gotta listen back and see what we did, but yeah, 3.5. Yeah, I agree with that. It was interesting enough. I didn't like the whole my big thing with the Wesker scene was the whole like they straight up they would have shot each other the way they were fighting and just shooting scatteredly the way they were doing. They had to shoot each other. They would have shot each other at least once or twice.
Shit, that's awesome.
Because they were on side by side with him. He was fighting right in the middle of them. So and
he was dodging though
recklessly. So where the bullets going? It should have shot him. Mm-hmm. Other than that, the cheese of this movie made it enjoyable though. It was fun. It was I could see the action scenes and stuff like that. It was just silly action, and from that I enjoyed it. It was just like I was watching it at 4 a.m. I was just like, this movie's ridiculous, but I enjoyed it. Like it was funny. Mm-hmm. I laughed at certain scenes. Even the shit that I was like, yo, they should have shot each other. I laughed at the scene. It was funny. I feel like again this one and Retribution should be watched back to back because I kind of now want to see Retribution just to see where it went from there, which will be our next movie anyway. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'd go 3.5. So in our ranking, where are you gonna put this movie?
I put it. Where did I put 2?
2 is number 9.
Oh, you said 2 for me is the movie number 9.
Your 10 is Doom.
It's number 10 for me?
Yeah.
I put this at number 9.
You put this number 9? And where you want to put Resident Evil 2?
You said Resident Evil 2 is which number? 10 or 9?
Was number 9.
I put that at 10.
Okay.
So I'll put that one down.
Okay.
I like a little bit better.
Okay.
I still like fucking dummy Nemesis.
To go.
When he blew up the cop on top of the roof, that still makes me laugh. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
Stars.
RE2. I actually will put this over Tomb Raider. And yours is doing.
So we're right back into it next week. All right.
Yeah. Dude.
All right. W.S. Anderson. Okay.
Taking so much of our time.
At least this one was on Netflix.
Yeah. The other one's on Stars. I actually have Stars, so.
Oh, okay.
I saw it on there. I'm not sure where else is it at, but. And yours was Doom. Okay. So right now, our standings. This will be the 26th movie.
Damn. That's a lot.
Mortal Kombat number 1. Number 2 for me is Super Mario. DOA is 2 for you. DOA is 3 for me. Mario's 3 for you. Double Dragon's number 4. Street Fighter number 5. 6 is Prince of Persia. 7 is Postal. 8 for me is Resident Evil 2. Tomb Raider is 8 for you. Doom is 9 for me. Resident Evil Afterlife for you. 10 is Resident Evil Afterlife for me. Resident Evil 2 for you. Tomb Raider is 11. Doom is 11 for you. Resident Evil 3 is number 12. Silent Hill is number 13. Resident Evil is 14. Tomb Raider 2 is 15. Wing Commander 16. House of the Dead is 17. Max Payne is 18. Blood Rain is 19. In the Name of the King is 20. Tekken is 21 for me. Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li is for you. 22 is Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li for me. Far Cry for you. Far Cry is number 23. Alone in the Dark for you. 24 is MK2 for me. Hitman for you. 25 is Hitman for me. Tekken for you. And 26 is Alone in the Dark for me and MK2 for you.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Oh, man. This is getting like a tongue twister. It's so many movies so far. So next week we do have Resident Evil Retribution. That will be the exact next movie from our countdown. After that, we revisit Silent Hill. Silent Hill Resurrection, I think it's called. Or
okay.
Revelations, or what the fuck it's called. Yeah. So we have Resident Evil Retribution next, Silent Hill Revelations the following week, Need for Speed the week after that, and Hitman Agent 47 after that.
All right. Okay.
So we got some interesting movies, I guess. Hopefully they're good. See, this is the problem with Resident Evil. You want to know the problem with Resident Evil?
What's that?
Retribution, 240 million box office. Resident Evil Afterlife, 300 million box office.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see the other.
Lies.
Where is it? Resident Evil 1, 102 million.
No lies detected.
Resident Evil 2, 129 million. Resident Evil 3, 148 million. The highest grossing one was Afterlife.
Oh, it was this one, 3-1.
No, actually, it wasn't this one.
What?
It's the final chapter.
Oh my goodness.
It made $312 million in
what?
The
More people went to see that one?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was the final movie. We had to watch it.
All right.
I didn't watch it, but other people want to watch it, I guess.
Well, we might end up watching it, won't we?
We are getting there.
We had a theatrical release.
Yeah, if you're getting there, we are getting there. Soon enough, we will get there. But yes, next week, Resident Evil Retribution will be our verdict. I'm actually looking forward to it because I kind of want to see what goes on after this movie.
This is the one that gets even dumber. I looked at the pictures. I forgot. That's another problem with this movie is that more than just taking stuff from the game, and being a 3D movie, it was also another movie made for screenshots.
Yeah.
Because there's so many like just stop and look at what's happening in that movie. There's a bunch of scenes where they just take in the views. Like,
I'm a little disappointed. Man. One thing we didn't mention was him throwing the 3D shades and fucking people up.
Well, they stole that from the game.
Yeah, like the way he threw the shades. I didn't. That's the one thing we mentioned. Like I didn't know that whole scene was from the game, as the way he fought was. So that scene, I was like, okay.
That entire scene, everything they did, even to the part where Chris charges him and he runs and he stops him.
Yeah,
that's from the game. Like, god damn.
Oh man,
why didn't they let Chris punch a boulder? I'll never know.
We gotta get Chris punching a rock, even though I don't think he's in the movie after this.
Yeah, I see fake Leon. So
yeah,
in the pictures. Oh boy, I see Ada.
Boy, this is gonna be going. I guess that'll be it.
Yes, sir. Damn, I'm just looking at these pictures. And this is the ridiculous one. Retribution is the one where everybody comes back.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez, the guy that played Carlos, they just all mysteriously back.
Yeah.
Even though they died. This series, dude. Anyway, thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That's YouTube and SoundCloud, where you can hear the Wrestling Babble podcast as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you check us out on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Also on the Facebook group is also Red Cyclone Inc.
Yeah.
And we have a WordPress. So check us out. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on social medias of Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch TV, all Merc with the Mic. Follow our Facebook pages, Wrestling Babble, and the Wrestling Cloning page. Follow all our other casts, our Shell Shock, the Morphin Cast, and Not a Trekkie, and the Game of Rage podcast. Follow our weekly podcast that gets better, I swear, and the Wrestling Babble. We do weekly casts on those every single week. That's about it. Like, subscribe, share, and follow the Jinkies.
6 foot sandwiches.
And throw the sunglasses at his ass.
And then
fuck him up.
Say whoop his ass, but you gotta stay 6 feet away. I'm just saying.
Whoop his ass with a 6 foot pole.
There you go.
That's mean. I'm sorry,
no,
Jinkies.